What's going on, family? What's going on? I wanted to check in and go live. I just left Reed, Arkansas. Is where my homie Al house just burned down. His father was able to get out. He actually got his father out from the information I gathered while I was there. He got his father out, and he went back in to get something, and he didn't return. And the house pretty much is, as you see, is pretty much burning down to the ground. Um, Caught me off guard, fam. I'm not gonna lie, like it really caught me off guard. My homie Peanut called me and was like, "Hey man, I just got a call, man, or something going on," and it kind of startled me for a second, fam, because I couldn't believe it. I was just in Reed earlier. I went and seen my cousin Buck. You know what I mean? I went and visited him, and I just couldn't believe it because I had just looked at the house. You know what I mean? And so I went out there to pay homage, fam, and just see it for myself. You know what I mean? Because I was here, and I know I might not be down for the funeral, but I had to go down now. You know, and pay homage now. And me and Al got so much history, fam. You know, he's a few years older than me. Not a lot, but he's a few years older than me. And I remember when I was working on the house when things was like rough. And rest in love also to Larry. We lost Larry too. We just buried Larry, you know, like I believe, you know, a week ago. And but it was him and Larry really helped me out on my mom's house. It was another company was gonna charge me probably maybe 35, 37, $3,800 to cut them trees out. And Al, man, I remember him coming over here and he looked at me like, "Man, little Joe, man, I can't even charge you, man." I said, "Man, you gotta charge me something, man. 'Cause these folks gonna charge me. I'd rather pay you than them, you know." And he was like, "Man, you know, it's kind of hard to charge you, homie." And he said, "Then, this cat house, you know, everybody know, you know, my mom." He was like, "Man, this cat house." He's like, "Man, I don't know how to charge you, man." And I remember, you know, just telling me, "Man, just shoot me a number, fam. You know, I know it's gonna be better than, you know, what they was gonna charge me." So, needless to say, when we got said and done, I ended up paying fam like $1,100 to cut these trees out. And then I told him I was gonna help him, you know, and we hauled them out. We did like 3 loads, fam. It was a lot of trees we had to trim and cut and, you know, remove some stuff. And fam was there with me through the whole deal, fam. He helped me do it. And like I say, one of the quotes I had got was like 37 for sure. So, you know, for fam to only charge me $1,100, it was a blessing. And so I had to stop doing. I just got in town last night. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. So, you know, I did some things around the house today, and I was actually tired. I was resting. So when I got the call, I got up, fam, and I had to drive to Reed so I could go see it for myself, fam, to go pay homage. And man, it was just sad, you know. But I'm glad he got his father out. He got his dad out. But he returned. Why he returned, I don't know. But you know, we all have our time, fam. And I actually returned this time to come home so I could take care of some things. You know, check on my dad, check on the house. I had to do some things. I'm trying to get taken care of, and I wanted to see some of my loved ones, because when you're on that road, fam, you taking chances, and you never know, you know, how things are gonna turn out, you know. And it was something on my spirit to come home this weekend. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go home. There's some people I want to see, you know. I want to go see some people, and because you know, life is life, fam, you know. And look what happened, man. Lost my homie, and ironically, like I say, man, growing up, we was always cool, you know. I always thought it was cool, but you know, as you grow up, you know, we get to growing up and we get to getting involved with different colors, and we get to representing stuff. And me and the homie was on two different sides of the track. You know what I mean? I'm in blue. I'm in black and blue, and my homie in black and gold. You know what I'm saying? And, that was his colors, or, black and red, whatever he was representing at the time. We was on two different sides of the street, but that was still the homie, you know what I'm saying? And what I want to say about it is because regardless of us being different, fam, when I needed somebody to help me with my mom's house, bro came and helped me. I paid, bro. It wasn't the homies that was from my side that did the big stuff. It was homies from the other side, fam. You know? So sometimes you be young and you think, man, because he wear this color, you wear that color. That don't mean nothing, fam, when you grown and you realize that the same people that was close by you, them the ones that'll cut your throat, fam. You know what I mean? And I witnessed this myself here in McGee. And so for fam to do that for me, fam, I had to leave, get up, and go down there to make sure that the information I got was accurate. You know what I mean? And fam gone, fam. We lost out. We lost him too soon. Regardless of his situations, what he had going on, fam, that was a good brother. That was a good brother, fam. And sometimes we get lost. And I just wanted to take a moment of silence, fam, and pay homage to the king. Family life is so short, fam. We never know how things are going to turn out, family. Every day is a blessing, man. And we have to check on our people, you know what I mean? We have to check on our loved ones, fam. Because any given moment, you know what I mean, we can be gone, fam. We can be gone. So check on your people, fam. It'd be a lot of stuff that we'll get mad about, and the stuff would be petty, you know what I mean? But when you got good people in your life, fam, check on your people, fam. Take care of your people, fam, because life's short. Life's short, fam. Life's short, fam. I met a cousin tonight that my mom used to tell me about. And he just came back down to the country, and he told me he been going out there cutting the cemetery yards and stuff, and he tried to take care of it. And cause he's a hearing. And you just be surprised, fam, going out there visiting my mom, them, talking to them, it just let me know, fam, ain't number one name on that tombstone. For real. And you know what else I noticed, fam? I go out there all the time. I can't tell you one time that someone I had bumped across, a cousin or family member or someone visiting someone else out there. Never, fam. Never. I never bumped across like, hey, you come visit cuz today? You finna go see auntie? Nah. And these people that I be visiting, fam, they gave their life for these folks, fam. They have to get their shirt off their back. But when you gone, fam, it don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Some people just use you, fam, till you gone. So you have to make sure, even though you taking care of people, you take care of you. Make sure you enjoy life too, fam. Don't give your last and then you starve. Because people don't care, fam. I realized that, going down there visiting my mom, I'm going to go tomorrow, And it's just humbling, fam, to realize, fam, when you got a purpose, you just have to pursue it, and you have to take care of the people. You have to take care of those you love. You have to keep their memories alive. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important, fam, to go visit the dead versus, going to the house of laughter. Because going out there, fam, you realize something about life that we're going to all have our time, fam, and you can't be naive and think that you're going to get out of this life and you just going to get paid for it on the other side. Nah, good or bad, fam, you're going to live that here. You're going to go through it here, fam. We reap what we sow here. You gonna go to heaven here, or you gonna go through a lot of hell here, fam? But you gonna go through it here, fam. So you got to get your life right. Live now. Take care of your people now. Love your people, fam. You see them, love your people, fam. You know what I mean? That's why I never like. I don't care what I do or where I go, fam. I never get the big head, fam. I don't care who I see. I love my people. I see somebody, I greet them. People, I be meeting strangers all the time, and they be closer than family. You know what I mean? So you just have to just pay homage and just love people, fam, because you never know, and you never know who have your back. Like my guy did. Them folks were trying to charge me like $3,700, and dude charged me $1,100 to cut all them trees down. Yeah, bro came through and helped me when my homies didn't. You know what I'm saying? And this is truth be told. This coming from the horse's mouth. I can keep it 100 with you. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people say they were gonna come and give me a hand and help me out and woo woo woo, but it wasn't like that. But my guy, Lil Al, dude helped me out, fam. He got out of prison, fam, and I was able to pay homage back to him. Growing up, things happen, and I was able to hire my guy, and he gave me a fair price, better than fair. You know what I'm saying? If it would have been half the price they would have charged me, I would have been happy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to go live and just pay homage, man, and just, I know a lot of his people, a lot of his family, a lot of his classmates, and, people out there probably don't, know what's going on. And I know how it is in the country, fam. They don't care about us down here. They ain't like old news reporter. By the time we hear about it, it'll be in the newspaper somewhere, but, they don't cover our people. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to go live, man, just to pay homage to the homie. I know I probably won't be down here at the funeral. I don't go to funerals, but I do like to go to wakes and, if I'm in the area to pay my respect, but I wanted to go there then. When my aunt passed, my aunt Shirley, I was down here then, and I was visiting the house, and I was able to go by there, and she was, in the bed still. They was getting her out the bed, and I was able to visit her when she passed then. I didn't go to the funeral, but I was here with the wake, and we did everything here. I like to remember people the way I remembered them the last time I seen them. You know what I mean? I've seen enough death, fam. I don't want to see it. I don't want those memories of that person like that. I've been there, you know what I mean? And it hurts, but after so long, you just want to just remember the good things, you know what I mean? It ain't always got to be sad, fam. Truth be told, fam, we all got to go, fam. Regardless of what you're going through, man, just keep your head up. It's going to be okay. Like my auntie Anime always told me, this too shall pass. You know what I mean? This too shall pass, fam. Whatever you're going through, it's going to be okay. Keep it moving, fam, and just, put your all in each day. I've been on the road. I've been doing a lot. And I was able to come come home, man, and get some things done and rest, fam. And I was just thinking, like, anything can happen when you're on that road, fam. Anything can happen. And y'all know I be moving around a lot, but I feel like that's the only way I can make something happen after spending 10 years in the cell. You know, I know that ain't nothing gonna be given to us. So if I don't figure out a way to go get it and figure out a way to do it right, you know, I'm not just chasing it no more. You know, I used to chase money. I don't chase money no more, fam. I figured out a way to just create it. You know what I mean? So that way I can enjoy my family, my loved ones, because once you got enough and you reach a certain amount, you don't do nothing but spend it on stuff. You do this and indulge it in yourself, you know. But when it's all said and done, you'll give it all for another breath, you know, to see somebody else again, somebody that you really care about, you know. Just here lately, fam, it's just been humbling. It's been humbling, fam, and to see my bro leave early too soon. I just wanted to pay homage to Al, fam, and just say rest in love, rest in peace to bro. Good brother. Like I say, he blessed me. Like, I'm sitting in this house now, he helped me before he even looked at, like, you know, and it's still like, it's the house. You know, I come here now, it's starting to settle. You know, you in the country, my old house starting to settle, and I'm gonna have to, you know, figure that issue out. But it is what it is, you know. But it wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for bro. The trees was literally about to grow through the roof and through the window. If it wasn't for bro, if I'd have waited, if I wouldn't have came when I did, the tree would have been through the house. Literally growing through the house. If it wasn't for bro. The bro saved my mama house, fam. He literally did that. He did that, fam. So I had to come live and just pay homage, fam, because he's a good dude, fam. You know, and like I say, we was on the other side. We was from two different sides, fam, you know, and I ain't even mess with bro like that at one time. You know what I mean? And we was able to get grown, and bro was able to come back, and we hugged and we grown, and I would like to see him like he enjoyed seeing me, and we broke bread together, fam. You know, we broke bread, fam. So, you know, Al is very special to me. He's special to me because, you know, he one of my day one homies. I've been knowing him since I was like this here. You know what I mean? Ever since I first came back to Arkansas from Denver, you know what I mean? From Shady Lane days. From growing up in Shady Lane, I've been knowing my guy forever, fam. Like, he didn't even have to be in the hood. He loved coming to the hood, fam. Come over and kick it with us. That's what everybody was. You know, that's what Dunez was. Rest in love to Dunez, my cousin Dunez, man. That's where everybody was. Shady Lane. You know, a lot of memories, fam. A lot of memories, fam. Lost a lot of good people. A lot of good people, fam. Fam. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I'm a little emotional a little bit. Just kind of. Some told me to come home, though. I've been on the road, fam. And some said, come home and check on your people, fam. Damn. Boy. Never know, fam. I don't know what to say, fam. I know one thing for sure, fam. We gonna dedicate that song, Gangsta Lean, to the homie. You know, we grew up bumping that. And I'm going to dedicate that song to him, fam. We all got that time. Love your people while they're here, fam. Pay homage to your people while they're here. You know. Y'all be blessed. Continues to prosper, fam. I'm out. Hold on.